Welcome to One-on-One with Walt Lascos. In this brief podcast, you'll learn how to most effectively address senior financial exploitation. Now, here's Walt.
What do we seek most from life? Is it happiness? Happiness that results from knowing that one's life has meaning? We all want to feel that our existence counts, that our actions matter to something bigger than ourselves. That knowledge, that feeling can come from a mission, faith, family, curiosity, or legacy. Or do we seek a sense of belonging, to be seen, understood, or chosen? Then again, what we seek most in life might be safety. People want stability. Food, shelter, health, predictability, so they can relax their nervous system. We crave safety and autonomy, the ability to make choices and shape our own lives. Well, I submit that today's world is challenging our fundamental drive to seek what we want most from life in ways like never before. Talk to people, and most will share the runaway levels of anxiety they are experiencing day in and day out. The causes of that anxiety are widespread, perhaps from the war in Ukraine, tariffs, and the dismantling of the world order, down to our own communities, where we find food prices being way too high to sustain a growing family. Holding one job does not pay enough to meet each day's expenses. Healthcare costs are soaring. There's talk about undoing Social Security, and God forbid if you're an undocumented resident. Well, won't you know that all this contributes to the makings of a perfect recipe, the perfect environment for scammers and con artists looking to enrich their pockets at the mercy of those experiencing all this kind of stress and anxiety? And the reason why? Psychologists call it the window of tolerance. This window describes the parameters surrounding a person's mental acuity and their vulnerability to fall victim to a scam. Studies have shown that those with a restricted window of tolerance, made so by the recent loss of a loved one, or in coping with illness, or other stress-producing events, are more likely to succumb to a scam. Those able to more readily identify a scam and avoid its pitfalls tend to have a much broader window of tolerance. So you may wonder why financial scams and fraud are so rapidly growing out of control. We may continue to educate older adults and others about scams and how to stay safe. We may continue to train the staff of a credit union or bank on ways to recognize the members being victimized by a scam artist. We may even provide various digital tools and resources designed to alert us to suspicious activity on our banking accounts. We need to realize that's not enough. We must also take into account a person's mental acuity, their window of tolerance, if we are to rightfully understand and help them avoid becoming a victim or recover from losing thousands in a scam. But honestly, all of our attempts to help will be futile if they are devoid of empathy, a virtue that has unfortunately been derided by many today as a sign of individual weakness that's to be avoided. On the contrary, showing empathy is a sign of strength. Empathy lowers shame and defensiveness. It rebuilds trust after betrayal. It counters emotional manipulation left behind by the scam and turns help into partnership, not correction. Scams don't just steal money. They hijack emotions, trust, and self-worth. When someone responds with empathy, it changes everything about how help is received and actualized. In today's chaotic, stress-producing world, it's no wonder many are reporting losses in a scam, while at the same time, a countless majority are not because of embarrassment and shame. Unfortunately, scams will continue. Anxiety will continue. But our lack of understanding the window of tolerance and our inability to show empathy to those who have been victimized does not need to continue. February 18th marks Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent for Christians throughout the world. This year, as our Lenten observance, suppose we all consider the many ways we could improve our ability to show empathy to others. Imagine how that might impact our neighbors, our community, our world.
If you've enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to follow One-on-One with Walt Laskos wherever you get your podcasts. Feel free to send comments to walt@laskoscommunications.com. And to learn more about how you might support the prevention of elder financial scams, visit laskoscommunications.com.